Okay, so this whole thing of snitching, right, and all that stuff and telling the truth. So obviously, okay, like, you know, there's no honor among thieves or whatever I don't know what they call it, right?
Yeah.
They know the whole thing, but like, why not just say something? I mean, let's take it back to that moment, right? You got caught, right? Now you're sitting there. What did you owe them? Why were you so loyal to them to not say anything? Why not just speak up and just say what happened? Why not tell them?
Yeah,
right?
I stole a Mercedes-Benz from the Mercedes dealership, brand new.
Shit.
This is back when Gone in 60 Seconds came out. Remember? And they said those Mercedes-Benz were unstealable because they had the red little laser cut keys. And I was just like, I want to steal one of those Mercedes.
I mean, you're old. No, I'm just kidding.
I am, for sure. Seriously.
Okay, so all right. So in high school, you get in a lot of trouble, right? On this almost this revenge tour, steal a Mercedes, right? And, you know, sounds like there was a couple of, like, obviously burglary and shit, doing some hard drugs. So life's spiraling right now, right? You know, like, not in sports, don't have a relationship with your father. That's a recipe for disaster.
For sure.
You know? So then bring me up to the point. What brought you up to the point of, you know, like, the burglarization of the house? Like, what was going through how did you feel in that moment? Like, at least building up to that.
It was a normal thing for us. And like, I remember we were at my mom's house and she was out of town again, and my little brother and them were having like a party over there. And he was the kid was, his dad was the second highest paid annually dude in all of Arizona. Like, he was the president and the CEO of University of Phoenix colleges.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he made $59 million his last year there.
Okay.
Literally like that, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so big money. You know, and the kids are the most spoiled, rotten kids ever, like brand new tricked out Escalades when they're 15 years old.
This is the same one that was with you when that all happened.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Okay.
And they were just super, super spoiled. And my brother and them came back and they told us that they were out of town for a week and they had just burglarized the house. So what's crazy enough is, like, there was 10 kids involved in this burglary. The house already got burglarized. I didn't even make it out of that. I went to prison for 12 years. I stole a drill, a snowboard, some Jordan basketball shorts, and some Jordan sandals. I didn't even make it out of the garage. I'm on drugs. My buddies come down and like, we got all the jewelry, this and that. Let's go. We leave. Of course, I'm this big, tough, hard criminal now. So the cops try to question me. I'm not saying shit. I don't know what you're talking about. 8 of the other kids all say it was Peter. My friend that stole the jewelry was living at my mom's house, told the police where the jewelry was, told him that he was sleeping. I came home and told him I had just robbed the house.
What?
So there's 10 kids involved. I get 12 years. They just make an example out of me because I wouldn't work with the police.
Okay, wait. So what happened to them, though?
One got 2.5 years in prison. Everybody else got jail and probation. I got 12 years for the same exact case.
Wait, what?
Literally.
How does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. Okay, all right. So there's 10 kids involved in this robbery, right? All in high school?
Yep.
Son of a bitch. Holy shit. Okay, 10 kids involved in this robbery, all going and robbing, and only one of you ends up serving 12 years in prison.
I served 12, my co-defendant, and he even had 3 more felonies than me because he got caught selling their jewelry directly to pawn shops. So he had 3 more class 3 felonies, and he got 2.5 years. Everybody else just got jail.
So why? Why? Like, what happened?
My judge, and they just made an example of me for not working with them. You know, everybody else like kind of snitched and threw that like all on me, and they just threw the book at me, and they told me they were going to make an example out of me, and they did.
Okay, so this whole thing of snitching, right, and all that stuff and telling the truth. So obviously, okay, like, you know, there's no honor among thieves or whatever I don't know what they call it, right?
Yeah.
They know the whole thing, but like. Why not just say something? I mean, let's take it back to that moment, right? You got caught, right? Now you're sitting there. What did you owe them? Why were you so loyal to them to not say anything? Why not just speak up and just say what happened? Why not tell them? Because, I mean, did you know that they were speaking about you at the time?
No, I didn't find out till afterwards.
Okay, but even then, so walk me through this. This is something that I always don't get because they're always like, especially in criminal, like whenever it happens to criminal, it's almost like this code that you don't snitch.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
Snitches get stitched, right? For sure, right? And that's obviously something that you had been spiraling into. So that's, again, you're the tough, hard criminal. You've been through this before, right?
For sure.
Why? Why not just say what fucking happened, right? Like, why hold on to it? What was the thought process there?
2 reasons. One, just like I talked about, everybody's so easily impressionable, and we're just brainwashed. I was brainwashed not to talk to the police. I was brainwashed, don't snitch, you know? And then on top of that...
You thought he was being honorable in this
Yeah,
way.
literally, because the stupid shit they tell you, you know? And then on top of that, the lifestyle I was living, I kind of figured I was going to end up in prison someday. And so if you're snitching right there and you go to prison, it's not safe. So I would, like, for 2 reasons, but...
So you were fully expecting that you were going to go to prison? Like, that was a thought process?
That or die, I didn't care either one, you know?
What? You were living your life with an expectation, I'm either going to die or go to prison.
I mean, I couldn't even go anywhere, you know? I was like, I'm from Ahwatukee, and, like, everybody in Ahwatukee was, like, wanted to kill me. Like, I didn't care about my life. I didn't give a shit, you know, and the lifestyle I was living, you see everybody going to prison. I was expecting to go to prison. If not, I was going to die. And I honestly didn't care about my life.
You never once thought I can move, start over. You never had that thought process go through your mind. You just thought I'm either going to go to prison or die, one of the two.
Never.
What?
Yeah.
Man, I'm just like, I wish I could talk to you as a kid. I'm like,
same.
So I get why you're talking to high
but here,
schoolers
bro,
now.
It's crazy.
Like, no, you can move, man.
Seriously, when I found God 6 months ago, it made my whole life make sense, though. You know, like all that shit was part of the plan, bro, to get this, because so I can have a story like mine to help fucking people. Because I have a real prison story, you know what I'm saying? And now I can help people, you know, because I didn't do time on a 1 yard or a 2 yard. You know, I did real slam down, maximum security, super max time, and I was completely institutionalized. I have an 8th grade education, so God put me through all that stuff so I can help people now.
Okay, now walk me through this, okay? 18 years old, you just get sentenced to 12 years in federal prison, right?
And I didn't look like this. I was state prison, but I was 6 foot, 144 pounds, and I got locked up.
Okay, so you're a skinny bean, right?
So I'm half me.
Okay.
I'm Hannah's size.
Half your size. Yeah. Okay, so now what's going through your head? So I really want to know, the second you got sentenced, how did you feel in that moment?
You know, it's crazy. So I was crying during the sentencing, and then once he sentenced me, I had 3 whole rows of family there. You know, my nanny got up and she was screaming bloody murder, like, can I please hug my grandson because I'll be dead by the time he gets out.
Was she?
And she's still around.
She is?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, awesome.
I got goosebumps just thinking about it. Yeah. And man, dude, it's I got back there, and I was more worried for my family and more than anything, you know, because I just felt bad that I put them through that shit. My little brother, you know, I remember I got back to the prison or the jail pod, and I just called him, and we sat on the phone for 15 minutes and got just a few words out. You know, we were just both bawling, and he was saying he's going to visit me every weekend. I just felt so bad I put my family through that, you know, because the life I was living, I didn't care about my life, but then I realized how much it affected my family and stuff. But you don't realize that when you're on drugs. You know, drugs numb you from feeling shit and all that stuff. So when you're actually sober and I'm in jail and I can see what I did, and I'm like, oh my God, now, because you don't just get a sentence. You know, my family got the 12-year prison sentence as well.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You know, and I'm a mama's boy, bro. Like if I walk around the mall you can ask Ken, if I walk around the mall today, my mom still holds my hand. You know what I mean? Like I'm a full-on mama's boy, and
how was she? Because that was your your grandma.
Oh my God,
how was your mom?
Crushed her, absolutely crushed her. Like still, you know, and she still can't believe I'm out of prison, you know. And I don't know if you saw my release video. We'll show you after. So when I got out, she was screaming bloody murder like someone was getting murdered. You know, I got out at solitary confinement after my last 9 or 10 months was straight slam down. And, you know, I went away as a little baby, and I got out this full grown man, 264 pound, but this prison shot caller with no fucking idea what I was going to do. And I got out. All I wanted to do was get out of prison, you know, and I didn't even have a goal.
Yeah. So, I mean, that, dude, I'm glad you're talking about it, because that's the fucking truth, man. Is like, it's not just about you. And that's the entire fucking, dude, honestly, that's the message of an alpha.
Yeah.
And I want everyone to understand, like, that's why I called my business that, right?
Yeah.
I want people to understand something, because from my story where I came from, it's not fucking about you. It's about the people around you and what the effect your life has on them.
Absolutely.
I'm glad you bring that, because, like, dude, I'm just trying to think, if like I was a father and I saw my son, I don't get to see my son for 12 years.
Yeah.
You're
doing that 12 years with him. He's locked behind doors, but it still affects you the entire 12 years.
I suffer the 12 just as much as you do.
And sometimes it can, like, during the middle of it, it was harder on my family than it was on me.
Yeah.
And I say that because it kind of worked better for me, that I was like, I went in so young, because I always say I didn't just go to prison, I was raised in prison. So
interesting.
I didn't know this life was out here. So it was kind of easier for me. Like during the middle, it was cruising. You know, I was a shot call. I had everything I wanted in prison. I didn't know you could have this life, or you could have a fucking man cave castle like you have. I'm serious. I didn't know any of that was possible. So it kind of worked out better for me. So like the middle part of my sentence, it was hard on my family than it even was on me. You know, I never thought about the streets. I literally thought I was just going to stay in there, and I didn't worry about getting out. I never thought I'd get out of prison.
I mean, it's literally sounds like your entire thought process was you were not able to, like, no one painted this picture of what your life could have been outside of that.